the four guys that are returning, the four starters that are returning, they're eager and they're hungry. That's the thing you always want to make sure that, you know, what happened last year is a learning thing. It doesn't really equate to anything but experiences. So I think they've worked their tails off, and we got an older guy from the portal, and we got a younger guy from the portal, and it was good. And that's you wanted to replace an older guy with an older guy and a younger guy with a younger guy. So I think I thought we hit what we needed to get from the portal. At the same time, continue to still develop the guys that we have and the younger guys in the program. So I'm pleased with it. It's a work in progress as always. Guys are getting bigger and stronger, and they're also mentally getting back to the whys and hows, X's and O's of football, and so we're excited. We got good leadership out of Ben Coleman, and Josh Atkins is having a heck of a off season, and Kyle Scott same thing, and and Max is getting healthy, and the thing you forget about is Jalen Clem was a kid that was battling those two, Josh and Max, for the tackle spot, and he's back, he's healthy. And, the young guy Sean Nas is healthy and he's working hard. And Terrell Kim was, I want to say Texas week, he was 378, and he weighed in at 338 right now. So he's doing a good job. Oh yeah, that's a lot of weight. So he did a good job. They're doing a good job, and Coach Joe in the weight room is doing a great job of getting them to where they need to be.
Obviously, expectations change. 3 wins in year one, 11 last year. Where are you in terms of the expectations for this team?
Well, our standards are standards. That's what we try to do. I try to teach the guys is that, the results aren't the main issue. It's did you improve and did you help your teammate? And so I think that you learn from your past, and we learn to, whether you're having a tough season or whether you're having a great season, you still have to be consistent in how you work. And I think for young guys it's hard because it's easy for them to say, well, we did this, and it's just do it again. But you got to press reset once. I think we gave them a week off and say it's reset. Who cares what happened last season? And you use experiences, but I think the guys have done a good job of pressing reset and continue to work consistently. That's the thing. You want them to never too high, never too low, and just want to get them through the process of going through the process, being consistent, and because tough times are coming, and being emotional up and down is hard to come back from those tough times. So as long as they're consistent, which they are, I think they're doing a good job of doing that. And we're trying to make up some things to get them to bust and get them to break and get them to turn on each other. But when you have an older group like this in the team that's understand culture is more important than the X's and O's, it's hard to get them to turn on each other as coaches. You're trying everything you can to throw some wrenches in there and throw adversity to them. They're doing a good job of battling through that.
You look at your opponents this coming year, 6 of the 9 Big 12 opponents are going to be new this year.
Yeah.
Teams you haven't played before. That's a little bit different.
Nowadays, honestly, with the transfer portal, everybody's new. I mean, there's so many new guys on new teams and this and that. And we're fortunate to, out of I think we had 36 or 34 returning guys in our 2 deep. So we're fortunate to have that. But it's crazy. It's like, we played against that guy at this school, and now he's at this school. And so as you start to look, like, you thought you were done with one individual, and now he's on another team. And it's like, all right, well, here he comes again. So it's.
Is the plan to move Ben to center?
Yeah, Ben's repping at center. He's got the experience, he's got the athletic ability, and he's learning. He's just playing center is even though it's one man or one hot dog away from going to from the guard, it's still a whole different position. And you still good. It's mentally, it's physically. You gotta your hand is going backwards while your body's going forward. It's different. And so he's doing a good job of learning. And we also have good depth. Our backup centers are returned from last year with McCool and Sean, and they're still battling out. And we're trying to you can snap, you're going to get a shot. And so the more we build depth, the better we'll feel. And Ben's doing a good job. Ben's doing a really good job.
What are the biggest challenges to replacing Beef there?
I think it's just experience. It's experience to recall things that a center sees from 5 weeks ago, from 2 years ago. The feel of snapping and having to deal with a defender that's on you, but it's on this side, that's on the other side. Those are the things I think the physical being of just snapping and stepping and dealing with the different angles. Mentally, he's good. Ben is locked in, and we do a great job, I think, as a coaching staff to put the center and O-line in a position to be a little bit more successful. Give him some freedom, but bring it back in, and having Sam back there again is just nice to. Sam can kind of correct us in some of the things that we're going to mispoint or whatever. And so I think the just the recall and the feel of the snap and the physicality of just touching someone with my right hand, my left hand, just those simple things.
You guys had so much turnover kind of the first 2 years of you guys being here. In terms of the continuity from the top down of coaching staff being here, Sam coming back, 4 offensive linemen returning from a starting point when you guys get out there, how much further ahead are you?
Well, if you think about it, so you look at I'll start with 3 of the returning starters. So Max has been here for 2 years. Kyle Scott has been here for 2 years. Sean Naa has been here for 2 years. Who am I missing? Ben Coleman was here for a year too. We have a lot of guys who were here the moment we got here. You look back at the first transfer portal class. Maxie Honatur, Kyle Scott, and Ben Coleman were in that class. And then that high school class with Sean Na. They're still here. And so it was nice having those guys kind of being able to speak my language and set the culture. And then we have all those newcomers from last year, and they're a lot of them came in mid-year. So it was nice to have, and it's easy transition. And when you add the 2 new transfer portal kids in Jametto and Xander, and then the incoming freshmen with Uwe and Makai, it's an easier transition. Now they're still young. It's still a young group. I don't have a single junior in my class, and so it's senior, with the 5 seniors, and then everybody else are, there's a couple sophomores, and everybody else is either a first year or second year freshman. So it having the older guys helps because they were here from day one, and they set the standard, and they know what to expect. They know how to work. They know my moods, and they do, and they're one of the young guys. Like, hey, here it comes. And so I think it's good. It's easier transition for the new guys coming in because there's so many guys that's been here, and the McCool has been, McCool's been here for 2 years. Keona Pete has been here for 2 years. So you get all those guys that've been around. So,
Are you a moody guy?
what's that? A little bit. Always happy though.
What did you like about Meadow and why you wanted to add him? Will he play left guard or?
Yeah, Jametto is like, he's a lot like a Kyle Scott when we first got him. He's a kid that, Jametto had played a lot of football, at the FCS level, really good at high level, and they were a really good playoff team. He was a tackle, and then he went to Texas State, played some tackle, started there, and then he got hurt. And lucky for us, he got hurt, and he was playing guard. And so I see him as an interior guy. He can play left to right. He's very, very bright, high IQ, and that's what I saw. I saw a high IQ guy with a lot of football, and he loves ball. He's goal-oriented. And then, his physical attributes. He's a massive human being, and he comes from really good stock as far as their culture in high school in Mansfield and Texas State. You saw how well they played. And it's just physical attributes. He's got the longest arms on the team. And we had joked that Josh Atkins, has a 82 or whatever, 88-inch wingspan with Leaf last year. And Jametto is, it's like a seagull out there, man. He is long.